So thank you very much for having me. Thank you very much, Arctic Europe Tourism Cluster, for inviting Mordar along today. Who here has heard of Mordar before? Oh, that's good news. Fantastic. That means my repertoire will be shorter. Okay, so like Marta here said, my name is Nikki Pagels. I'm here from Mordar today. For those of you who haven't heard of us yet, we are a travel tech house based in Helsinki, Finland. We are based on human intelligence and built also by human intelligence in today's kind of context. Our owner, as well as also architect, Matti Ala-Outinen himself, is a Finnish resort owner. And he came up with a concept of Mordar over COVID, where he decided that he's going to build an all-in-one solution that does everything. So I'll tell you a little bit about Mordar today, as well as also the software that we have built 4 years on. So for those of you who haven't yet stumbled upon our product, we are what you call a resort management system. We operate on an all-you-need platform, which is all cloud-based. We are something called light integration focused, meaning that we only integrate with companies if absolutely necessary, and we do this for a good reason, because we also want to make an impact on the environment. Matti himself, with his resort Hawkhill down in Norks, outside of Helsinki, is one of Finland's few regenerative resorts, and he has brought into our system not just the concept of cost and profit, but also impact, which is something I'll go into a little bit later on today. My name is Nikki Pagels. I'm the crazy that they send around the world to basically take Mordar to new markets. So one of my new markets this year is actually Sweden, as well as also Norway, which we opened up last year. I am a little bit of a tech geek, but I also like the idea of sustainability a lot. So you see me talking about all sorts of different things on social media, as well as at Mordar myself. Today, I will focus on what I've labelled the Arctic Challenge. Now, I've actually done some homework after Alexia nicely told us a little bit about what you guys have been up to over the past couple of years. And I have to say that here, I'm really delighted to see a part of Europe, one that's very close to my heart as a Finn as well, that is collaborating in such a magnificent way. You have a really good structure when it comes to different layers of the tourism industry that get together and do really cool things. So keep up the great work here. Forgive me if I may have got some of these issues wrong. You need to kind of correct me later, tap me on the shoulder and say, hey, nuance that one a little bit. But from my research, I've understood that some of the issues that you're facing sit within seasonality, improving kind of the cross-year footprint of tourists coming to the Arctic region, as well as also their length of stay. You would like to move away from honeypot destinations and spread tourism more to other areas of the Arctic region, making sure that everybody gets a little piece of the pie. And you'd like to continue to attract seasonal workers, as well as also retain your current workforces. So this has been a challenge that I picked up from your documentation. And of course, you want to future-proof your businesses and your destination for the future. So it's on that these are the topics that I will cover today. Some a bit faster, some a bit slower, but feel free to tap me on the shoulder later and I'll give you some more stuff as well in more time going forward. Oh, there's this fantastic clock that's going to make me talk really super fast. So I'm a bit like a machine gun, I am. Anyway, on the agenda today, I will be talking about collective and collaborative technology, on how you can unite different types of products to create virtual products to sell to the world, and this is really leaning on your workshop for tomorrow. I will go into how Mordar kind of can facilitate this, but I won't do a demo for you. That you'll have to book later. I will also talk about the purchase experience and what kind of consumer behaviours and experiences are expected in today's day and age. And then I'll have a look at the actual collaborative technology itself, what it can do for you. I'll give you a bit of an example and touch on how this can extend your seasons and potentially also that length of stay with the customer. I'll hop into the back end of the Mordar system, but also into some of your challenges on the workforce side, where I'll have a look towards the shift we're all facing in digital natives now running also our businesses. Your receptionists, your restaurant workers, your guides, everybody is moving into that digital world. I'll take a look at how this kind of new technology can help to break down departmental silos and enable multitasking workforces to work better together. And I'll also touch on new technologies that are helping us to become more transparent in inventory management, leaning on what you guys also spoke about earlier towards capacity handling, and how real-time digital resourcing can facilitate that future growth for you. So big mouthfuls, don't worry, it will make sense at the end of the day, but stick your hand up if you don't understand what I'm babbling on about. So diving straight in, if we're starting to look at uniting products to sell, this is really your topic for the workshop tomorrow. Unfortunately, I won't be here to help you, but hopefully some of the technology trends that we'll go through now will. We live in something called a phygital world. Now, I think we've been talking about this the entire day today. Me, Nikki Pagels, I'm standing here in Luleå today in my physical format. In my online format, I'm talking about cybersecurity in the US. That is my reality right now. What's yours? Yeah. We have created a parallel universe to ourselves, especially after the emergence of the smart telephone. We are constantly in a digital format as well as a physical format and living in a phygital world. This means our travellers are doing exactly the same. So somebody coming in from Argentina to Luleå today may be here in their physical format. At the same time, they might be FaceTiming with their family in a birthday party somewhere in Buenos Aires. They're in two places at once. And so is your workforce. They may physically be taking your customers on a husky ride, but actually in their digital format, they may be having an online date. You never know. This new phygital world has enabled something for us as tourism businesses, and that is that we now experience our destinations in the virtual world first. And this is scary, but super cool at the same time, because it means that we can reach our customers with really cool stuff very early on and get them to come to the Arctic rather than our competing destinations. Now, this obviously from a sustainability point of view, we'll go through later, may not be exactly what you want, and we'll talk about how you want to spread those tourists out. We also search for more information about our travel packages in the virtual world. I don't know how many people now sit somewhere in Germany and take out a tour brochure and go, I wonder where Jukkasjärvi is. I don't think they do that. They'll go into Google and they'll go, where's Jukkasjärvi? That's what's going to happen, right? Well, I'm saying Germany for a reason, because even in Germany, the world is changing, right? In addition to that, now I haven't got sound, Alex. You might want to put some sound on here. Oh, no, hang on, do I? Oh, yay, fantastic. There it came. We also buy travel now in the virtual world primarily. In fact, in Europe, 72% of all European travel was booked and purchased online in 2023, and we're waiting for the stats for 2024. Global Newswire was a little bit faster when it came to OTA downloads, easier to track. 3 billion OTA app downloads happened last year alone. We're paying for travel online in the virtual world. So, what do we need to do as businesses? Well, we need to get with a program to start with, because this is where it's all happening before customers then get to you in the physical world. What we essentially need to do is we need to make sure that we are using platforms that are easy to use for our customers. We need to be easy to find. We need to be easy to understand as a business, and we need to be easy to action, i.e. easy to purchase our products. I've put together 5 hot tips in terms of what you can do in terms of your products to make sure that this happens. The first one is to take a look at your website designs and make sure that they mimic the experience that you have on property. Become minimalist. Why can you do this now? Well, we now have technology, and this is not just talking about Mordor, but most technologies. We now have the ability to put product descriptions into something called product cards with their own URLs that are picked up by all sorts of different search engines. So it doesn't need to be on your front page anymore. You don't need to splatter this with text and tell them about everything. You can make that website look really nicely and sleek, and then have all of the information sit in the background. Follow the mouse. Who's heard of the mouse before? Nobody. Nobody! Come on, really? Okay, the mouse is a shortening for meta search, OTAs, URL, social media, and extra calls to action. Essentially all you need to know about building a decent digital footprint for your business. Take a picture of that slide, everybody. Good. Right, the mouse is sorted. The next piece is that you need to have content on your own websites now. Now, we've spoken about this guy, ChatGPT, the entire day today. Where is ChatGPT getting its information from? Who was listening to all of the previous speakers? The internet. The internet. They're getting it from TripAdvisor, they're getting it from Expedia, they're getting it from Booking.com. They're also getting it from your own website. Now, what information do you want AI to be listening to? I want it to be listening to my own website. Just a hint. And even though we are physically in resort, going back to my Argentinian that's landing in Luleå today, we are here maybe in the physical presence, but we are also online all of the time that we are in resort. Our products need to be digital all the way throughout, and there is a massive trend for now, making sure all of those hospitality products are in the digital space also for that in-stay guest to upsell. And we need to start looking at our purchase process as an experience. Now, I've got 6 minutes left. Can I please beg for 2 more? This is tough.
Don't kill the messenger. I don't know.
All right, I'm going to see how far I get to. Okay, good, fabulous. So the purchase process, I'm going to give you 2 examples here. Over the weekend, I had 2 purchase process experiences. One, I went to the new Marimekko store that's in Espoo, just outside of Helsinki, where I sat down, I was given a glass of champagne, I had my little gift card that was given at Christmas to me, and I had an amazing experience buying a new handbag and a new top to myself with 2 of my best friends. We were there for 2.5 hours, lots of free champagne, it was great. And then the following day, Sunday, I went to Lidl with my 7-year-old and my 3-year-old. My 3-year-old went that way, my 7-year-old went that way. Everybody was moaning, everybody was screaming, and I had to basically buy a week's worth of food because I'm here in Luleå. 300 euros I spent in the Marimekko store, 300 euros I spent in Lidl. Which experience do you think I liked more? Purchasing is an experience. Shopping is an experience in the physical world as well as also in the digital world and in our phygital worlds. Customers want a seamless booking funnel that is automatic with product suggestions. They want to make the most of the destination. They want to make the most of a once-in-a-lifetime experience to the Arctic. They want to buy products that make sense for their trip, i.e. warm clothes, and they want you to collaborate. And rather than me babble, I'll show you a great example of a resort that does this in the digital space really well. Arctic River Resort. I've put in a couple of dates in February, fully booked. First thing that technology does is it suggests flexible dates for the products that I'm looking for. Mind you, I've done my homework already beforehand. Here we go, a couple of pictures later. Some short descriptions, longer descriptions, everything that's included, and most of all, a map. Clickety-click, here comes the magic. And now I start working with my neighbours. Experiences. Experiences directly in the booking flow. First of all, transfer. Argentinian arrives at 11:30, they're in a minivan. In the cart, boom, put 2 of them in there. Next door neighbour offers Aurora Borealis hunting trips in a minibus. It's got capacity 8. This goes a bit quick, by the way. Put in 2 there. Capacity goes down to 6. Directly in your booking engine, the capacity has also gone down to 6 on all other channels. So you can't overbook. Same thing for the snowmobile safari. This is a product coming in from a neighbour. All looks the same, all seamless, all connected, all in that customer's hand. Now the next page is really cool, but I'm going to skip over it because I've got 3 minutes left. The next page is about suggestions, everything that doesn't have capacity, but what the neighbours also offer. You've got your huskies, you've got your reindeer, you've even got a trip to Norway here. All of it can be thrown into the cart, straight into the receptionist, and she will book it for you. Now I'm imagining that they're definitely going to need the warm clothes. No. United product selling through collaborative technology where you guys work together. Now I'm going to whiz through this because this is the other side. So you've sold all of these fantastic packages around the world. You've got all of your great Arctic experiences booked in. They need to be handled by your workforce, a workforce that is scarce, that is multitasking, and that is becoming digitally native. Now, I've taken out some stats here from Finland, only because I knew where to find them. I need to really touch base with some Swedes and Norwegians to know how to find these kind of stats in the future. 30%, over 30% of Finnish tourism and hospitality workers are under the age of 26. I'm assuming this is the same here in Sweden and also in Norway. Over a third of Finnish tourism and hospitality workforces are seasonal, so they only come for a season. I'm assuming that this is the same pretty much for Sweden and Norway. They're all on one of these. All of them, every single one of them. They want to work on one of these. This is what they know how to use. They want their operational tools in a mobile phone. We're shifting towards a digitally native workforce that has already arrived. Does your technology support that multitasking, digitally native, seasonal worker? Can you do all of your operational tasks on a mobile phone? Operational technology is often department-driven. Traditional technology has always served a purpose for a specific part of your business. Now we've got businesses looking at a workforce that moves around. For resort management, this poses challenges because you have multiple systems in use, you've got inconsistent reporting, you've got long training times, and often costly technology. For complex experience management, which you find specifically here in the Arctic, you often also have fragmented inventory management, particularly with your activities. You have manual scheduling. Excel still exists. I can't believe it. And your poor front office worker who's 26 years old has poor visibility of what's already been booked by this poor customer, asking, what do you have available for tomorrow? Reliance on more staff is also needed because you need to ask so many people about what do we still have left. What do? Pool your resources, plop them into one system, add all of your sales channels to it, and make sure that your inventory is transparent. This is what Nordland specialises in. Easy to use, easy to find, easy to understand, easy to action. And I'm going to leave you with a video. And it will go 1 minute over, I promise. Let's see. Alex, can you help me? Does it not work? Oh, fantastic, then I'm on time in that case. You'll see this online. We'll make sure it works online. Does it want to do anything? No. Unfortunately, that's where my tech let me down. Anyway, thank you very much for listening. Here's to a digital Arctic future, a sustainable one, and to one platform for all of you. Thank you for listening.